Good morning, Nathan Goodrich, Operations Section Chief for Northwest Team 3 with your morning update of the Lower Sugarloaf fire. So this morning at briefing we talked about being opportunistic and seizing those opportunities where they present themselves across the fire. And what we were talking about that is we have some weather coming in today. Maybe it's going to rain, maybe it's not going to rain. And so if it is raining, we're not burning, obviously, for the most part. And if we're not burning, then we should be doing some prep work and moving around to different areas and continuing that prep work that we've been doing. If we are burning and we have the opportunity to do that, then we're going to seize those opportunities in the right spots and just kind of fluctuate within our organization to continue to do the good work that we're doing out there. So I'll start down here in Division Whiskey. That's where some of the most recent activities been as far as fire growth, and those resources have been working from the French Corral area, working along the power line corridor, and they made it to 250 yesterday with their burning, and we got a long ways to go. I'm going to be working out this 52 road all the way down, and eventually our plan right now is to tie into this Dinkelman Ridge Road and eventually bring that back down. As some of the locals might know, there's several canyons that run kind of to the east here, and so it's a little hard to just have a good connection point down to the Entiat. So they're kind of noodling on that today, but Whiskey's going to continue working on their prep work and burning if the opportunity arises. And they're out here scouting and prepping and doing some of that work on this other side. So I'll stick with the Branch 3 side, and I'll end up back over in Sierra. So Division Alpha, which is that Chumstick Creek, Second Creek, Dry Creek kind of area, is where the folks have been working. The power line right away comes about right through here, and the resources have been working on this 78 road around the Section 36 houses that are structures that are in here, and they've prepped all the way out to this compartment here, but they've been looking at some opportunities to kind of go a little bit tighter and cut this off. So they'll be working on that a little bit today. There's some dozer line in there and some hand line, and then potentially doing some burning. If that's not going to work out for them, they're going to come out to this main road and get this compartment taken care of today. Prep work's been completed in the Dry Creek area up to this dozer line. This dozer line's in up to the 6103 road. And I briefed yesterday that we would be looking at a line right along the fire perimeter to come down off the top of the ridge, but we're going to back off of that and go to the 2018 Cougar Fire line that's in this area right here. So they're going to be working on constructing that today. Also going to be working up in Division Oscar, some of the Mike resources up on top of the Entiat Ridge here, and working this 52 road, connecting the dots. There's several spot fires and pieces of fire that are below that road, so we're going to try and get back up onto the road edge and get that all secured to enable us to come down Gold Ridge is right now the plan, and that's still viable as our alternate. When we look at our lines, we do a primary and alternate contingency or emergency, and right now our primary line is on the Tyee Ridge Road, and we know that that's a place that we can go and it's defendable. And when we look at sometimes inverting our pace, instead of going outwards, we can come inwards, and so this could be primary then alternate contingency. We're going to go the opposite. This is where we know we can defend, but this is still a good option. So if this is prepped and ready to go, we're going to come back to Gold Ridge and try and go a little bit tighter. And so I believe that's what we're going to be working on. Gold Ridge comes down towards Indian Creek, and then eventually kind of ties into this 52 road area where the fire edge is. And we're still kind of trying to figure this little piece out here, but that's going to be a connection point. It's kind of right in the middle of Mad River and this Moe Ridge area above Ardenvoire, for our lines to come down and connect. And so back to Sierra, again, that they're working with this Dinkelman Ridge, Canyon Road, and Division Whiskey, and then we're going to bring this back down around and connect in with these lines and then these lines. But again, we're kind of still sorting out which is going to be the best opportunity to come in above Ardenvoire. So good day planned overall. Didn't have a lot of fire growth last night. It's still backing down in certain places, but the weather is kind of holding it up a little bit. Relative humidities are up, and out in the open where it's exposed to a little bit more of the moisture, that has not been burning very active. But under the timber canopy, just due to the drought conditions and how dry everything is under the timber canopy, that is still progressing and backing down the hill. So we are getting fire spread in these areas and definitely down in this heavier timber out to the southeast. So that's your morning update for Sugarloaf.